I just realised I think my mic's live during the intro now. Ha! I'll fix that for next week. Hello, people. How are you doing?
Shall we play a game?
Alrighty then, here we go, I think. Should be okay. Hopefully we've got live mic. Ooh, I'm leaning it a bit close. It's a little loud, I think. Anyway, thanks to Lexic Dark for his prompting during the week going, your voice sounds like shit. So I've changed it again. We'll see how it goes. I can't hear myself this week, so I'm not going to try and do that. But we are going to play some stuff from West Somerset Railway. Hello, that train guy, Michael Newbury, Mark B, Dave Randall C, Nicholas Glenfield, and Eternal Drek. How are you all? Hope you all like that. I like the intro. I'll be keeping that C, but I do want to make sure my mic's off because that's the moment I often yell at people to be quiet because I'm starting to stream. Alrighty, good stuff. Now, West Somerset Railway updated. Let's first cover what's not updated. The scenarios are the same ones, but they have fixed some bugs in some of them. I played all of these through in beta. They all work now, which is good. It's actually quite a bit of fun to play through these scenarios. There's a lot of them and they're quite interesting. We may even do some of that later. Timetable-wise, you've now got two. You've got your original one that's chock full of diseasels. Lots and lots of diseasels. And you've got your Steam Gala one, which is chock full of steam engines and a few diseasels, including that one. Anyway, so there are quite a lot of things that you actually need to run this level of the Steam Gala. Let me just flip back over to something that you guys can't see for a moment where I put my list of all the things you need. So for playable layers, which is these ones you can see here, you need, well, West Somerset. I guess that's obvious. Flying Scotsman, Peak Forest to get the 4F, 8F and 6P, and they don't work from Spirit of Steam, they only work from Peak. West Cornwall Local, and that gives you the 150, and West Cornwall Steam Rail Tour, which gives you the celebratory Christmas 6P, or Jubilee. Now, for the AI layers, if you want to see them all, you need the BR Heavy Freight Pack, Darlington Saltburn. Oh, you may not recognise these names, it just occurred to me, because these are the names that they're really called, not the public ones. Anyway, do you need the Class 20, Great Western Express, Leeds Manchester, Rail Operations Group 37/7, the RHTT, Southeastern High Speed, and the Class 33 and Class 52. So I haven't really had an opportunity. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I've had opportunities to work out what I'm going to run, but let's just say I never really did. So we're going to start with the 4F, just because we can. And let's run something that's not ridiculously long. 22 minutes looks good. Actually, is there anything in the evening? Not really. All right. And I think June. Yeah, why not? June's when I'm going to be there. So why don't we set it to the day I'm actually going to be on West Somerset? There's an idea. Have to go back to May then. That's the day I'll be on West Somerset, I think, from memory. I could check, but, you know, it's close enough. C says, with the Class 47, I'm having trouble getting it started and going. I aren't the only one. Oh, well, we'll have a look at that. Remind me. And that train guy says, Thomas joke, let's go. Okay, so we are in the little 4F. And are we on the triangle? I think we are. Or near it, anyway. Let's have a look on the map. Where are we? Oh, yeah, we're near the main line. So we are near the triangle. The triangle's used for turning trains. We could run backwards onto the main line and really annoy people. Oh, here comes some AI traffic up the main line. You know what? Is there a signal behind us? I don't think so. Oh, you know, it is behind us. There would appear to be a green jubilee called Tonga. Tonga, Tonga, Tonga. There's no signal, so why don't we just roll back a little and go have a look at this mainline train? But there's something I'm going to have to do first. Ooh, it's jiggly on the moose today, isn't it? There is something I have discovered in double-headed... How did I fall down between the track and the platform? Between double-headed steam, or when there's steam on the front and steam on the back, you often have to do something boring. You have to come down to the other engine, and get in, and don't stand in the driver's chair, and release its bloody brakes, and make sure its ejectors are closed. Otherwise, they try and control the brakes. Come on. No, I want to shut the door. Alright, screw you. My thumb's very, very jerky today. I use a thumb-based trackball. I've been thinking about upgrading it, but I hear so many mixed reviews about the trackball that I want to upgrade to that I'm not sure if I'm going to do it or not. Because they're expensive. They're very expensive. And I don't use a mouse because of limited space. Stand in the driver's position. And my mouse has gone to sleep. Well, that's handy. It's just died. I guess it's run out of juice. Please hold while I plug in another mouse. I have got another one here. I've got my old gaming trackball still here. Let me just plug that in. Maybe it wasn't me being the mouse jerky then. Dave Randall says if you blow your whistle twice, they release the brakes. Really? Ah, I didn't know that. Oh, that's cool. Alright, we have mouse. We could try that, I suppose. Now, is that AI train past? Have we missed our moment? Yeah, missed our moment. It went away anyway. Alright, we'll be going ahead then. And away we go. Isn't that funny that even in beta they never told us that? That's hilarious. I will definitely try that. Andy reckons the Class 45 horn sounds weird on the other end, just catching up with other stuff. We've got to watch our speed here. Oh, we've got our funny little lockout things stuck on. That's interesting. Andy says, I'm glad you've enjoyed Train Sim World 4. Most people unfortunately call TSW 4 a cash grab. I think you'll find, Andy, that I know the stats. I know the exact stats, but I'm not going to reveal them because Dovetail never have. The percentage of players that have not moved to Train Sim World 4 is like this big compared to... So there's a few people, and I do absolutely mean a few people, who haven't made the jump. And I do know that in at least one case, one of the grumpy ones actually plays TSW4 because I'm friends with him on Steam and I can see that he's playing TSW4 even though he says he'll never buy it, which I find remarkably funny. But that's okay. So, you know. And as for the speculation for TSW5, we can address that. I don't know. I haven't seen anything. So, we shall see. We shall see what we shall see. It sounds like I've gotten it open enough for the safety valve to shut up, but it probably won't when I bring this back. It'll probably pop open again. Yep, there it goes. As it does. They're both puffing away with their very little train. Well, that train guy, right now, TSW4, is 70% off for some of the editions. So if you're buying it on Steam, you're in a good way. If you're not buying it on Steam, I think there was just a PlayStation sale a couple of weeks ago, but it wasn't that good. And I'm not sure about Xbox. I haven't seen a sale on Xbox for a little while. C says, not a cash grab, it's called business. The company progress and carry on, they have to make money. It's actually very true. This is a matter of public record because they have to file their records. Dovetail wasn't doing very well when Focus bought them. And I think you will find that they have a new impetus to actually make money because they employ almost 150 people. And that's a lot of money every year. That train guy says, I'm part of the small amount. We've covered that one. Andy says there's a user named Trainspotter from Tauranga. Yeah, I know about Trainspotter. I've actually talked to him behind the scenes quite a bit. Look, a lot of the stuff he says is not wrong, but I think he overemphasizes the things because what gets fixed are really serious playability issues for most of the community. And there aren't that many of them. Ooh, fog. Are we going too fast for West Somerset? Why, yes we are. You actually have to be a little bit careful about going too fast for West Somerset because you'll get into a situation where you come up to a signal and it won't clear because you got there too quick. So I'll just slow down again, just gently, gently, gently. Oops, we're in a tree and a tunnel. There we go. We should be pretty safe at 27 mile an hour. Yeah, so the guy behind Trainspotter from Tauranga, look, he's getting his views. And that's what he wants. He wants views for his channel. So he's pandering to a particular group that share his views. And that gets him views on the channel, which makes him money. Just always remember that. And I've never seen him actually say something that's outright wrong, except when he used to claim the devs were lazy, because they're very much not. I know quite a lot of them. Because I'm in the beta, I deal with them directly. And they're definitely not. I like the new fields. It's a pity the fog came up. But that's okay. You'll notice my signal in the track monitor, top right, is showing white. I have turned off the showing aspects in the track monitor because I like them to be a surprise. David says, I've been thinking about getting this route from a while. From what I've seen so far, this might nudge me into doing so. Oh, that's cool. I'm not 100% sure it's on sale yet. Yeah, it's interesting he says they don't test games, because they definitely do. They have internal testers, they have an external test house, and they also have the beta test team, which has got about 40 people in it. And the reality of it is there's always commercial decisions. Not everything will get fixed. Never will. That's just the way things are. Would I like that to be different? Of course I would. Oh, I keep going back to my old mouse and wondering why it doesn't work. You know, I reckon I looked like that yesterday. It was about 60 degrees in the Garrett cab. It was pretty warm. It's a big shovel you've got, Sunshine. And a lot of air. See, would I like them to fix this? Oh, yeah. I would like them shoveling coal to actually move the coal. That would be cool. But it is the way it is. Oh, I suppose I should put on some power. I stopped powering because we were on a flat thing. And then I came in to look at the firemen. Alright, let's do the steam train equivalent of thrash. This is what you do for a gala anyway. Actually, thinking of Somerset and things, I'm going to be in the UK from the middle of May to the middle of June. And I'm looking at climate things, thinking, these people call this summer. So is it right that I can be expecting temperatures high teens to mid-20s most of the time, with the occasional higher day? Because that will change the clothes I take a little bit. Simrail's not new, Andy. Simrail's been around for 2 years. Came out during COVID. Mark B says I bought the last add-on needed to have all the layers. That's cool. I hope you enjoy the add-on for the sake of the add-on too, not just for layers. We do have a green signal. We call that right-hand green, or because there's 2 signals on the dial, we call it top right green. Even though the other one can't really go green. Let's just cruise on into the platform. Is that an 8 or a 9 under there? Let's have a look. I always think those ones look like the 1960s Volkswagen Splitty. It would be a 9, I think, that one. And as you do for galas, as you approach the people, give it hell. I should expect rain, lots of rain. Well, it is the UK. What's really funny, of course, is I'll be backpacking it, but that's okay. It's better than carting around a suitcase, because I'm basically going to be visiting a different railway almost every day. So if they're far apart, there's a day between to travel and find things and get food and wash clothes and all that sorts of exciting things. We have a green at the end of the platform there. But if it's if they're close, then there's on successive days the different railways. Am I going too fast again? I am going too fast again. I'm clearly being very naughty. C says we have rubbish summers in the UK. Well, it was 34 degrees here yesterday. It's going to be 37 degrees here today. And in that 34 degrees, I was running a steam engine. Yay! Dave says high teens, but not always. And Internal Deck says the train guy, it looks like the only sale on the base game is 50% off the deluxe edition on PlayStation. So there is a sale on PlayStation now. I wasn't sure about that. That's good. That's not as good as what's on Steam, but that's not bad, 50% off, because that would make it fairly affordable for most people. Not everyone, of course, because, you know, cost of living around the world at the moment is a little extreme, which I'm sure we all experience bits of it. I know funding my UK trip is interesting, but I decided to make it happen this year because I've wanted to do it for a while. I had grand plans of doing some other parts of Europe as well. I particularly wanted to ride some Swiss trains, but that's not going to happen because I just can't put that together with enough money. So it looks like 16 to 21. Yeah, so that'll change the clothes I bring. Andy said, I saw a video called Train Scam World 4. I was not happy with the title and thumbtails. I refused to watch it. Look, you may as well watch those things. Feel free. I often do. I like to see what other people think. I mean, the people that watch this channel know that while I'm in the beta and I am an ambassador, I mean, I've got the thing in the bottom left corner there, I still call it how it is. I mean, things like this. I do not like that the safety valve just constantly blows, because reality is not like that. But I know why it does it. There's actually no firebox simulation in the game. The steam's magic. But could the magic steam run it at 5 pounds under the blow-off point? Maybe. I'm not going to pretend I know how it works. So it'd be cool if it did. But am I going to get angry about it? Nah. Besides, when I'm firing steam engines, they often blow off anyway. Oh, look at that. I've got a reward. Woohoo! Yesterday, my driver is one I get along very well with, and at the bottom of our big bank, which is called Emerald Bank, which is 2.3 miles of 1 in 30. It's not the longest climb on the railway, it's the second longest. The longest climb is up into Gembrook, which is 6 miles of 1 in 30. But he said, as we were approaching the bottom of the bank, he goes, make your fire big enough so that you can shut the door and sit down. And make sure you've got enough water so you can shut the door and sit down. So I stuffed as much water in as I actually could before it would start blowing out the cylinders and out of the funnel. And made a slightly bigger fire than I normally would, but not much. And then he wouldn't let me touch it. And it'd still blow off 3/4 of the way up the hill. So it was quite an interesting experiment in a different way of firing. And that was his whole point. That's what he wanted me to see, was that there's not one way to do these things. There's the way that I'd been taught to do it, and there's plenty of other ways to do it as well. Nematra, thank you, says Southeast can get up into 30s, but usually the 20s. I will be in the Southeast for a while. And I hope I do enjoy my visit to the railway. At the risk of someone pouncing on me, I will actually put up my travel dates at some point for the different railways that I'm going to be going to. And I'll be approaching all the railways too, because I'm especially Tallien's actually Puffing Billy's sister railway. That's the Puffing Billy's the one I work on. And I am allowed to fire there, but I'll contact them and find out what the arrangements are. The only problem with firing there, of course, is you've got to take your overalls and everything, which weighs you down. Because overalls aren't light. Andy says, I never cleared for glitches in TSW4. Neither do I. I would love it if everything was perfect, I really would. That would be nice. But I also, my real job, my railway job's volunteer, even though I spend so much time there. But my real job's in IT. I know the realities of it. We come out of projects with bug lists that are like massive, that we never touch. Because it's good enough. Users don't always agree with us that it's good enough. Sometimes they'd like to see more things fixed. Andy says, I hope Mallard and Tornado get added to Train Sim World 4. They're cool steam engines. There's nothing planned or announced on any more steam engines at the moment. But that's not a no, though. So people saw the forum post that Matt made about steam engines, and I think they interpreted that as they'll never make more steam. They're just not making any right now. Matt loves steam engines. So even though they're very, very painful to develop, I would be pretty certain that at some point in time, We'll see another one. Just because he loves them so much. An excuse will present itself one day that looks commercially justifiable, and it'll happen. That's just my bet. That's a personal thing. I'm not leaking anything. That's just my personal bet. John Hudson T says West Somerset Railway on sale on Steam Festival Rail for $7.30 Australian. That's a pretty good price, actually. That's quite impressive. Is OBS complaining at me that I haven't got any sources selected? I clearly have because I'm streaming it. Oh well. OBS, we love you. Coming up to Crookham Heathfields shortly. There are no fast trips on the West Somerset Railway. It's a bit like the railway I work on. We only run at 15 mile an hour. It feels a lot quicker in the loco, and particularly when you're preparing for hills and things like that, because if anybody's tried their hand in coal firing, you'll understand what I'm about to say. You need to be thinking 10 minutes ahead of your driver, because you need to have the locomotive ready with the steam and heat and water that it needs. It's probably in the other order though, water, heat, steam, to do the next job. And that's twofold. When you're heading uphill, you need to have the steam for the power, and you need to have enough water to generate the steam so that when you get to the top of the hill and level out, you don't uncover the crown sheet and go bang, because that would be kind of deadly. And when you're going downhill, you need to make sure that you haven't got so much steam that you're blowing off constantly. Because if you're blowing off constantly downhill, and I will admit that on the first trip yesterday, because I know that engine is so hard to get going, it's such a big engine, it was in the Garrett, that you need to get it really hot. So and I did ask my driver if it was okay, and he agreed. He told me later he had a big headache, so he probably shouldn't have agreed. But I had it stoked, and it was blowing off all the way down the hill. But what that meant was when we got to the Trestle Bridge and started going uphill for the long climb to Menzies Creek, she just did it. So it was all ready to go. Nicholas says you can wear shorts and t-shirts in May and June. Can be a bit cool early mornings. Well, you might be able to wear shorts and a t-shirt, but at 16 degrees I probably wouldn't. Mind you, I shouldn't say that actually, because this morning started at 16 degrees, and guess what I'm wearing? Shorts. But I have got a jacket on top at the moment. See you shortly, see? That train guy says there's a sale on a certain franchise that stars a blue rat that goes at supersonic speeds. You can say what the franchise is, mate. That's fine. I assume it's trains. You play all games here. I even play Simrail, whoever it was who asked about Simrail. Not very much though, because actually I don't really know why not very much. I just don't play it very much. I was trying to think why, but I don't have a good reason. I just don't. Let's get Gravity do a little bit of work. Slow us down for our platform that's coming up. We have against on the advanced signal, but you just go straight through these things because that's telling you what the next signal is, or a signal in your near future anyway, not necessarily the next one on UK railways. On our railways, having against on an advanced signal always means the next one's at stop. Andy asked, do you think class 37s and 40s are similar? Well, I suppose they are a little bit. They're not so far apart in age. Brad says, I recently spent a few days cycling along the old beachy rail trail, one of Puffing Billy's sister lines, and I haven't been on the Dovetail forums for a week now. My mental health has improved. Yeah, they can be a little draining. I'm not on the forums very much anymore. For that reason. I just steamed my hat. You can see the signal at the end of the platform is against. Train Guy sounds happy that the Weird Al Teasdale network is 90% off. Andy says, I made the baby bullet from Peninsula Corridor into a GO train. Yes, a few people have done that. I did that on a stream once. I used someone else's GO livery from Creators Club. Oh, I hope I didn't leave this braking too late. Oh, we're going to make it. Yep. Perfect. This station at nighttime looks really cool now. So we'll have to come here at nighttime. Even if we spawn on foot, we're going to come here at nighttime. I think that's it for this service, isn't it? Wait for a moment. We shall then. Meanwhile, I'll have some tea. Andy says, do I know Dr. Richard Beeching? Well, not personally. I think he's dead. But yeah, I know what he did. Alright, we were naughty there. Let me just off screen. I'll just open up my travel spreadsheet and let you know what railways I'm actually going to be going to. And then we will, while that's happening, we'll go back to the timetable. So I have in the list at the moment, on the first day, which is going to be a bit of a relaxed day, I'm actually going to go down to Brighton and have a wander around and ride the Volks Railway. The next day is still a little bit relaxed because I have to get to a different area because I'm going to go to the Bluebell on the next day, which is halfway across the country. I'm not sure this is the final arrangement though, because I'm crisscrossing the country a bit and I might want to fix that. Let's not do a 4F. Let's pop out. Let's do a 47. Why not? Let's do some diesel action. Where are you going? Crocombe, Heathfield to Bishop Lisford. So what's different about these? Oh, one's later at night. And to Taunton. I think, let's try this one and see what the lights look like. Why not? Because Taunton's the station on the real line, isn't it? Out in the world. So if we bring this back to... Yeah, it'll be dark in February. It would be dark in February at that time of day, wouldn't it? And let's turn dynamic weather off. So we'll just keep it as light clouds. That'll be good. But the next day after Bluebell, I'll be going into London. It's very dark. It's exceptionally dark. Oh look, we've got light up carriages. This is probably too dark. I think I might quit this and change the month and come back, because streaming in the dark is going to be really boring. Maybe we need to turn on some light fog. Just to enjoy the lights. These must be... Yeah, these are the trains from the Christmas special on West Cornwall Local. And indeed, we have got a Christmas special Jubilee on the back. How about that? We're going to try this brake thing. Will we stream this in the dark? Ah, why not? Master key, reverser, and headlights maybe? Headlights, and instrument lights. That should have made the guy at the back release his brakes. I'll put mine back on. Let's get our passengers in. Not that we can see them or anything. But the lighting is one of the upgrades for Todd 4. Would look really nice if I had fog going, but that's life. Wait until 2140. That's not far away. So we'll go back to the trip. Let me just focus on you guys again so I can see you. There's been lots of chatter in the meantime. I am Why have I got travel to Brighton in there twice? Let's get to you. So that Sunday and Monday, I'm pretty much just mucking around in London. I'll be staying outside London and commuting in, though, because it's too expensive to stay in London, I've discovered. My accommodation budget, I set at $150 a day, and so far that's about 70% of adequate, so it's quite expensive. Then I'm off to West Somerset on the 28th. Go up to Porthmadog. I'll do Festiniog and Welsh Highland Railway. Then I have to travel over to Twin, to Tullian Railway. Crick Village Tramway. I might do a canal boat trip on the next day, but I found another railway that I might actually put in there instead, but we'll see. Then I'm meeting some friends in Manchester. I'll be in Manchester for 4 days. Not much railway stuff happening in Manchester, unfortunately. It's just a meet-up of mates. Then I'll head up to York and go to the National Museum, of course. North Yorkshire Moors Railway while I'm up in that direction. And then I head down to Chatham, you can guess why. And visiting our mates at DTG. That night I have to get a train out to a hotel near Gatwick because I fly out the next day. So it's going to be quite interesting. I'm still having a fight with an airline that didn't actually book my tickets but took my money. So still trying to get that back, which is entertaining. Actually, I better whistle twice just in case the bloke up the other end wasn't listening before. And let's go. I think. What have I done wrong? I don't know that train up the back does the brakes off thing. Because my brakes are certainly off. I think we might have to go up there and have a look. What do you reckon? Let's just put the independent brake on. And we'll get up and go have a look. I wonder if that Christmas train doesn't do the 2 whistles brakes off thing. I will catch up with the chat in a moment. There's another railway that I'm thinking of adding in Wales, the Llangollen. Comes very highly recommended from a couple of people on my railway. And apparently we have some kind of twinning relationship with Llangollen as well, so... Yeah, his brakes are still on. Yeah, you shovel away, invisible fireman. We're going to need some steam from you in a moment. Not that we've got a diesel on the other end or anything. Now, ladies, this is the last train. You sure you don't want to get on this one? Because, you know, you're going to be standing here all night if you don't. And the only thing you've got to do is read, insist on having table mustard. Well, at least you're better dressed for hanging out all night. Nice warm dovetail jacket there. Where's my dovetail jacket, Dovetail? Hello. My grand plan is to use public transport for my entire trip as well, because, you know, I'm a train person. There's not much point turning on AWS on this railway, I don't think. But we will anyway. Hang on, we have to do the change ends thing as well, don't we? Alright, green signal. Let's go. This time for sure, Ollie. There we go. So we know the rivet steam engines don't have the 2 whistles trick. UK headlights. Why are my number board lights on? Let's just stand up, because I didn't turn on DSD. Must be light switches here somewhere. Left cab lights, no. Have you got number board light switches? Where are they? There they are. No, I don't want tail lights. Don't want that. Ha! Head code. That's right. That's what people in the UK call it. A head code. I call it number boards. But I'm weird. So we roll our way out. Catching up with the chat. Andy says, which class do you like more, Tees Valley or the one from West Cornwall local? And also asked earlier than that, which do you prefer, the Isle of Wight original, the Isle of Wight 2022? I like the upgraded Isle of Wight because it's got a bit more fun to it. The scenarios are good. Quite like them. We can throttle up a bit now. Not much though, because we're almost at 20 mile an hour as it is, just from gravity. The Tees Valley stuff is older functionality. It's another route that could do with a bit of a revamp like this one. So maybe someone will take it on as a passion project. I don't know if you know, but the bulk of the changes to West Somerset were done by a single person, and one of the graphic artists at Dovetail, Liam. And they wanted to learn more about games development, so they took on the challenge of updating West Somerset. It started out with just making it pretty, and then continued on into making it good. Richie Rail, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Sorry I didn't catch up with you until now. That train guy says, I love your humour, just say the funniest things. Oh, well, there you go. Don't know if my other half loves my humour. I mean, she's known me for a while. She's probably sick of it. Do I know Thomas and Friends? My kids grew up with Thomas and Friends rather a long time ago. They're both adults these days. We've probably still got 10,000 Thomas DVDs. I still reckon all those lights would just fly off. And the ones on the roof are clearly for people like us who are playing the game, because no one in the game would see them. We run a light train special at Puff too, once a year for a couple of weeks a year. And it looks magnificent, but it's not so hot for the crews. It's very hard to see. Yes, Taunton's not in the game. Andy asks, would like to see the Bluebell Railway with Stepney and TSW4. It would be cool. Richie Rail asks, are you popping up north? The furthest north I'm going is York. Yeah, so if people want to chat about the trip and organise to meet and things like that, I'm happy to do that where it's possible. Just jump onto my Discord. I might create a topic in there for it, actually, so it doesn't bother the people that don't care. But, oops, I'm being naughty again. We're going to keep being naughty. Slow's boring. David Smith says Neen Valley and Peterborough is well worth a visit if you get the chance, and very close to the East Coast Mainline station. I shall make a note and have a look at that. I am very fast running out of days, and I'm pretty well known for overpopulating my trips and then skipping days because I can't do it. So I'll have a look. I have to be mindful of keeping time to travel because, you know, I am crossing an entire country. I know it's an island, but it's not a little island. And it can take a whole day just to travel cross country sometimes. Especially if things go badly. So we have to see how things go. We also have to have time to do mundane things like laundry. On the days where I'm staying in a hotel, lots of them do have a laundry, but not all of them do. Otherwise, I'll be out in the streets trying to find a laundromat to wash my smelly undies. Andy says, what's my favourite steam engine? It's actually the 4F. Because it's a little one, like the ones I work on most of the time. I mean, our Garrett's like two little ones stuck together, but the others are quite small, the Prairies. They're little 262s. Dave Randall seems to like the 4F too, with 4F freight services. Mark B says, when you're at the NYMR, you may see the engine my great-granddad used to drive around the mines. That's cool. Jump on the Discord and send me a picture if you've got one. Andy says, people have made Flying Scotsman into Gordon, Jubilee into Henry, and a 4F into James. Yes, there's been a lot of creative things done in Livery Designer with Thomas things. I've seen some quite good ones. I don't run those on stream for the simple reason that I don't want that particularly litigious company to come after me. Because they're a bit of a pain in the butt. Hello, welcome back, that train guy. I have not watched Digimon, no. Andy wants to know which Talent 2 I like the most. The newer one. Although the older one has had a bit of an upgrade. Almost at Norton platform. Which is as far as we go in this thing, actually. I don't think we get out after Norton. Just going to kick all these people out here and go, you can walk the rest of the way, because we don't have that bit. How cool would that be, though? All change, please. All change. Oh, you want me to go another 31 yards? All right, then. I will. I suppose that's needed to put the carriages in the platform. Don't get out, all you people with unlockable slam doors. Oh, a bit further. I know you haven't quite charged the brakes up yet, but, you know, just drag. Skull drag the thing. It's okay. You've got plenty of horsepower. Don't let it worry you, little engine. It should be fine. There you go. We can see lots here. We'll just sit in the cone of light. There you go. Might even screenshot that, just for the hell of it, you know. Because you can. I know. I'm silly. What else did we get up to here? What do I think of groundhogs? Not much. There's an old train documentary called Beware the Friendly Dragon. There's lots of old train documentaries. It's one of the enjoyable things of cruising around on YouTube is apart from all the half-naked young women, you see lots and lots of train documentaries. It's interesting that YouTube seems to put those things together. It's, you know, it's obvious that that's what you want to watch. Dave says, UK trains going badly. Yeah, oh well. Will we do the horrible one? Yeah, let's do the horrible one. I shouldn't call it the horrible one, should I? But it kind of is. Alright, let's go. Let's do this one. Norton to Bishops. And it should still be dark, but let's get rid of dynamic weather. Let's put on a little bit of foggy. No, we don't want much fog though, just a little bit. No wetness. Although with a little wetness it would be moist. You know, that makes the 150 look cool. Suppose we better set it up though. Master key. Come on, forwards. Oh, they're already on. Marker lights are on. Headlights, we've got left. Tail lights are on at the other end. Destination indicator is on. We've got a spare switch. Surely we should do that. That should be about it, I think. It's not worth turning AWS on because we have AWS going the other direction. Alright, let's turn off our cab light. Wait for the little bus engine to do its thing. The serenity of the power lines. If there's a particular service you want me to play, please call it out in the chat, because I'm quite happy to jump into something that someone wants to see. Yeah. They've fixed the throttle arc on the rail driver on this. Excellent. That makes me happy for rail driver. It used to all be crammed into this much at the bottom. Train guy says he would personally want the mid-Hants railway with 9F 92212 and the SR Bullide Pacific Wade Bridge. That's very specific. Andy says Garrett trains are very interesting. They are interesting. They're much better to fire on horrible hot days too than our little prairies, because the prairies, the cab's so small, you get very little airflow, so they're very, very hot. Whereas the Garrett doesn't get as hot. Well, it does, but you don't feel it as much because there's air coming through. A Garrett, if you've never heard of one, it's actually two steam engines slung under a single boiler, and both steam engines pivot. So they're independently supplied steam. They are driven together. One goes forwards, the other one goes backwards. Andy asked what's my thoughts on Northern Transpennine. I quite like NTP. I like driving 101s over NTP. I don't drive much else on it, but I do drive the 101s from one end to the other. I quite enjoy it. It's good fun. The train guy says my favourite class of locomotive is the A3. Well, that's kind of Scotsman, although Scotsman's been backdated, hasn't it? Or foredated. It's foredated. It is an A3. It used to be an A1. I think that's right. Not 100% sure on that, but I think that's right. And you like the Jubilee. Cool. C is back. Welcome back. Andy made a livery for the DB BR182 called Sleep Wolf. Oh, why not? Andy, if you want me to share your Creators Club stuff, jump into my Discord, put a link in the Discord, because you can't share links in the chat here. And I'll pop it in there. That looks alright. Bit of fog. Makes the darkness better. Well, actually, I've got tail lights on as well as headlights, don't I? Shouldn't do that. Tail lights. That's better. I kind of thought the tail lights were the other end. Have we got tail lights on the other end? We do. There you go. I got something right without even trying. That's lucky. Dave Randall says, really can't say I've seen the half-naked young ladies on here. Well, you're not looking hard enough. There's plenty of them, especially in shorts. That's what half of the shorts at least are that. C likes the Class 47. Dave Randall likes the Mega Train. I think I need some power. Our little 150 is struggling on the hill. That train guy is saying Bullide is pronounced Bullide. It's almost as bad as our weird wheel configuration we have here called Boxpock. I don't know if they exist in the UK. They may do. Garrett's built at Gorton, Manchester. Garrett's were built in Manchester. Not all of them, but I think most of them were. There are some exceptions. We have 3 Garretts on our railway. We've got an original Victorian Railways Garrett, which is G42, which is currently stored out of service because it's waiting for its D exam, which needs a couple of $1 million to do. And we've got the SAR Garrett, which is in service. I, of course, are being naughty again. We'll just let that slow down by itself. And we've got another SAR NGG16 Garrett, which is not in service. It was kind of bought to be a parts bin for the one that is in service, but there is some talk of restoring it. No, not all Garretts were built in the UK, Andy. There were Garretts built in South Africa as well. Towards the end of steam life, when South Africa got hit by massive sanctions because of apartheid, they had to build them themselves. And there's also been a couple of 15-inch Garretts that were built outside the UK as well. They're more Garrett-alikes, I suppose, because you shouldn't really use the brand, but it's 2 engines under 1 boiler. So that type is usually referred to as Garrett. Andy, you don't have Discord. That makes it difficult. Look at all those happy people riding along in the 150. There is a door, isn't there? Somewhere? Yeah. So we could get up and go visit them. Probably shouldn't when we're approaching a station, though. Actually, where were the Queensland Garretts built? And the New South Wales, NSWGR, New South Wales Government Railways Garretts built? I think they were built in Australia. I kind of think. Can I run the Mega Train? Oh, I dare say. Which variant of it do you want? There's 2 of them. Hello, Ryan King. How are you? Thank you for continuing to be a member, Ryan. We've got a top left green on the dole. Says he, clearly being naughty. This thing probably would have a speed recorder too. Even our locos have speed recorders. They might have been built under license, Nicholas, or they might be like the prairies that we have on our railway that were... we just stole the design, basically. We bought 2 from Baldwin in the late 1800s. And that was NA number 1 and NA number 2. They built NA number 3 from the parts that were shipped for NA to keep NA 1 and 2 running. And then they proceeded to build 4 through, what did we get up to? 16, I think? Maybe it was 17. They got up to 17. They were all built locally to the same design. Alright, get out, you mangy lot. Oh, you're getting in. Okay. Isn't this as far as we're going, though? It is as far as we're going. That looks kind of nice in the fog. I think that could be worthy. It's worthy, isn't it? Let's come back a bit, though. And come right a little bit. And we need to do some other things. We need to bring the exposure down. Come on, do it. There we go. Now, what I would love to be able to do is to drop highlights. But you can't really do that. A little bit more saturation. Just to make it nice and warm. There we go. Now it's worth taking. Save. I can't upload at the moment because I'm not connected to Dovetail Live. That's life. C says, can I do the 47 XPs? And we've got Dave asking for the Mega Train. So we'll do the Mega Train because Dave asked for that first. And actually, C might have asked for a 47 a while ago. I did see 47 pop up. Richie is also back. Cool. Thank you, Richie. That would be really good. It'd be good to meet people. In a non-creepy streamer sort of way. Certainly a lot of standardization with NG16, says Nicholas. There's a lot of NGs too. There's different ones. Quite a few. I think the Mega Train... Is it a Scotsman on the Mega Train? No. Maybe it's the... Maybe it actually is the diesel in the Mega Train. Or is it a Jubilee? It must be a Jubilee. I've seen it. Let's have a look at the Jubilee. Go Peak Forest Jubilee. Is it this one? Mega Train! There we go. Bishop's Lydia to Minehead, Part 1. That's a long one, but we'll do it. Or we go the other way. Now let's go to the beach. Bishop's Lydia to Minehead. Let's go to the beach. And it's at 1853, so just so we're not streaming in the dark, let's put it in June. And we'll keep it clear. Next, so let's just leave dynamic on and go for it. Let's see what it does. Let's start with some light clouds. All right. There are some very interesting aspects of the design of the NGGs. We have a fire person. Very good. Let's get our cocks open. So we've got double-headed Jubilees. One of them in black. How did I end up here, but I can't get down there on an 8 camera? So we'll try the whistle trick. Oh no, it's an 8F. It's not a Jubilee. I apologise. I'm an idiot. We've got blood and custard carriages. You guys do come up with the best names for stuff. And a brown and custard. It's called something else though. And the mundane red ones. And some of these aren't even on the platform. It is a mega train. Definitely is. It's massive. And there's steam engine parked in behind 2 diesels. Is it time to go? No, it's not time to go. Let's explore. Look after it, fireman. I'm off. Gunk. I like that the collectibles make noises. Ta-da. Yep, drivers always put posters out. It's a bit like me yesterday. At our stopover at Lakeside, I was picking up rubbish. And one of the people on the platform asked me why I was doing that. I said, fuel. More rubbish, less coal. It's time to go. It is time to go. Better get up there. But, you know, it's a heritage railway. The timetable's a guide. It's a list of stations. If you come back on the same day that you left, you're probably doing the right thing. Some heritage railways are probably a little more anal retentive about their timetable than that. Do you mind? You just stuck that shovel right through me. Oi! Alright, I'll get out of your way then. I actually need to go over here anyway. That signal is at proceed, so that's fine. Oi, get out of the way. Let's try this thing. Let's see what happens. Is it going to work, or am I going to have to go and set the brakes on the other one? Soon no. Use the blower. That's nice. I don't think it released the brakes. I really don't. No, let's put my brake back on. Let's try it again. Ah, I know what it is. I'm just dumb. Now it'll work fine. Watch. See, I was just dumb. It wouldn't go anywhere because I didn't lock the doors. That's nice of the two camera for to be cinematic for a change. It is definitely a mega train, that's for sure. Richie Rail says, must say as well, you'll love Talion as well. Oh, definitely. I've watched lots of videos of that railway. That's one of the ones that we've got a twinning arrangement with. I have to find out from my railway what the process is for approaching the other railways, though. I have a faint suspicion that you're meant to do it through our railway, not just directly go there. I mean, as a visitor, you can go there anytime you want, but if you want to actually be active on the railway in any way, like firing or something like that, I'm sure there'll be some incredibly detailed process that you have to follow. Certainly a well-populated train on this day. Chocolate and cream. Thank you, Dave. Nicholas says, do you have any of the NG15's tender version? No, we've only got the 16s. Andy says, you're not an idiot. Jubilees and ATFs do look similar because they're both designed by William Stanier. Nah, I'm still an idiot. I should know better. John Hudson T says, QR had 30 Bayer Garretts. First 10 built in England, last 20 built in France under license, as Bayer had a full order book. Source Wikipedia. Yeah, I'm not sure about Queensland, but I think New South Wales, I'm not going to say I'm certain, but I have a suspicion that they did build some themselves in their own workshops. Not 100% sure about that. Carter asks, are you from Dovetail Games? I am an ambassador for Dovetail Games. I am not employed by, I do not get paid by Dovetail Games. You know, lady, we're doing 10 mile an hour. You really don't need to shovel that hard, mate. You could give it a rest for a little while if you want. Mind you, we are going to crank up now because we're going to go up to 25. I should make a short of a fireman on this, shouldn't I? Because they're funny. Shovel away. Shovel your invisible coal. Keep going. Come on, shovel some more. No, you had enough shoveling? Alright, just stick your head out the window then and see what's going on outside. Not going to do it now? You will eventually. Alright, you're going to shovel some more. It's shoveling time. I think the character models had some work, to be honest. The overalls look a lot better than they used to. More shoveling. Yeah, I know. Traction lock on a steam train's a bit weird. Although, in modern times, they do kind of require things like traction locks. I know the train that runs on the route that was used for Harry Potter is in a bit of trouble because they can't lock their doors centrally. And the loco can be driven without having to shut the doors. Chuffers are happily going at it. It's like watching tennis, isn't it? Richie says, shouldn't the large ejector be fully open too? You don't have to. So if you're willing to wait for the small injector to build the vacuum, you don't have to open the large one. You can if you want to build the vacuum much more quickly. And it doesn't need to be open when you're driving. In fact, it shouldn't be. Because you use the small ejector just to keep it going. Andy, you should play this wacky game called Goat Simulator 3. I've seen Goat Simulator, it's a bit silly. And Carter asks, am I from the UK? No, I'm a colonist. No, I'm from Australia, mate. I will be visiting the UK in May and June, though. First time doing it, in fact. Coming to visit railways. And catch up with some mates in Manchester afterwards. Richie Rower goes, look at they, them go. That's very politically correct of you. Ryan says she's got to shovel the patriarchy. I do find it funny the people that get offended with a female character as a fireman. It's just silly. We have female firemen. We have female drivers. One of our female drivers left to complete her studies. She's studying to be a doctor. And she has almost finished, and she's planning on coming back to the railway soon, which is excellent. That's what you want to see. Should be Dr. B instead of just B. How's our speed? Speed's okay. Not that you can really tell on these. Look, no speedo. I can tell because I've got a rail driver. Carter asks, can I ask Dovetail if they add A4s in TSW4? There are no plans for more Steam at the moment. They've got a bunch of other stuff they're doing instead. Richie Rao says, I used to work there and there was some process volunteers had to go through. Oh, I don't doubt it at all. One thing railways love is processes and rules. So I'm sure there's something. I'll find out what it is. Because I wouldn't mind going there and throwing some coal. We'll see. C says, one thing I would change is make weather more realistic, for example, more severe. Train doors, we unlock them, but they only open when passengers open them, and make it feel more realistic, just my opinion. Yeah, make it so they don't all open at once. I mean, on commuter trains, I don't know about yours, but on ours, they just unlock them. There were some trains that did actually open by themselves, but that got taken off. And they unlock the doors and people do open them, so it's pretty much the same, I imagine. Nicholas says, fireperson sometimes shovels when the firebox is closed. Yes, they do. Interesting, on our railway, we call everybody a fireman. So, and same with the signalman. You're a signalman. It doesn't matter what your gender actually is. That's just the term. Because our terms come from 1929, so we use them. Because that's our era of significance. Green on the home. Stopped early. Oh, believe me, it's okay then. It's all good. I got away with it. That'll do. That's good enough for you. Signal moved. Nicholas, sometimes the fire person shovels and fireboxes closed. Yes, they do. And he says the Sleep Wolf Taurus is available in Creators Club, so you can search for it. I'll have a look. Let me write that down. Nicholas says we have a female member of the Permanent Wear Gang. So do we. We've got quite a few, actually. We have female mechanics and fitters and boilermakers too. Let's come and sit down here. As you do. No, I'm using the wrong throttle lever. Clever. That's vaguely funny, you know. She's desperately trying to walk, but the other one's standing on her foot, so she can't. Carter says Lasers Yes really wants an A4 pack. And Richie Rao wants to assert a joke about female drivers. I don't think so. That'd get me. It's actually interesting watching the different styles of drivers, because there are drivers who are very intense and they're rigid. And there are others who just sit there on the seat and every now and again they just reach out and they just tap a control. And you go. Their grasp of what's going on with their train is just really impressive. Actually, one thing I do want to try and find when I'm in the UK is one of those. The enamel teapot. Look out, he's being naughty. He's being a lot naughty, actually. You don't want to know how fast I'm going right now. Since we're rolling forwards, I should actually be in full forwards. We're actually getting faster. Oh, gratuitous bridge opportunity. We're still going a bit fast for the West Somerset, so we might want a bit more brakes. We're going to upset the signalling system if we keep driving at twice the speed limit. What do you think about the trains, love? Eh? Let's watch the train together. How's that look? Don't have a cow, man. It's a very low resolution cow. Let's start a petition. We need high resolution cows. A little bit of brake on, just to retard us and stop us going mental like we did before. Maybe a little bit more. Let's see how that goes. It is very pretty now, and the stuff that's happening in the fields is now seasonal. This is a very heavy train. I think I've stabilised now. Yep. Stop shoveling. Where do we want to be? Modern streetlight, yuck. Should be banned. Need an angle with nothing modern in sight. Sorry, people. This train's not for you. C says TSW 5 to be announced in summer. I don't know. Could it become an annual thing? Could. Might not. I don't know. I would understand if it did. Train guy wants me to see me taking a crack at reskinning Scotsman into wartime black. Isn't that just going click, make it black? I suppose you'd have to weather it a little bit. Richie asks, how does a double-header steam train work? The two drivers cooperate. So you'll hear them using whistle codes for speeding up and slowing down and things like that when they're starting off. But if they're both on a line that they know well, they're both just going to do it. And the only time you'll hear the whistle codes is at the start of the run, because the rest of the time they know what they need to do. They'll be doing it before they need to do it, because that's how you drive things. Ooh. Another gratuitous bridge shot with nothing modern in place. Let's get rid of the HUD this time. You have many questions, Andy. Andy says, I turned the Metrolink into Via Rail and drove it on Oakville subdivision. Yeah, why not? Livery limit to designer. Should be extended to 1,000, just like the layers. You start to run into problems on console with those sort of numbers. Not so much on PC, unless you've got a potato. But consoles are certainly going to suffer. Ooh, something very big just shattered across the land there. Hello, New York, Texas Railroad. How are you? You get one of these. C says a steam railway he used to volunteer at had female firemen. Why not? We have quite a few. Andy wants extinct woolly mammals. Okay. And Nicholas, in a comment to the lady we could see before, the knee trembler. And Richie Rail says, I'm sure my local charity shop has one of those teapots. Well, have a look around. If you find one, let me know. The other thing I'm contemplating buying while I'm over there, because they're just too expensive to ship here, is a fireman's shovel. Just vaguely contemplating that. Our locos do come with a shovel. They actually come with two in case you chuck one in the firebox. But some of them have their own. I'm of two minds about it. But I'm definitely not going to pay for one and have it shipped to Australia because it's ridiculous. They cost about 70 odd pounds to buy one. A good one. But they shipping's like 100. It's crazy. Nicholas says, billy cans just around the railways you visit. You reckon I should just nick one? Yeah, there is a footplate website in the UK. I wonder what a hotel would do if I had a shovel delivered to them. That'd be funny. But what I can do is have stuff delivered to my friend in Manchester, because that's right at the end of the trip, and it wouldn't bother me to carry a shovel around for a few days. In fact, visiting DTG with a shovel in hand would be kind of funny and poetic. Should probably do it. Hey, look, I'm still behaving myself mostly. I'm only doing just over 25. Richie Rail says, I really hope TSW5 is not what we get this summer. Oh, who knows. Ryan King, yes, we need toilets as well. Absolutely. Lexic Dark says, higher Lod cow petition needs movement. That's terrible. We're speeding up a little bit again. Which is slightly weird because the gradient's actually not as steep here. But that's okay. As they say. Wrong way. There we are. Field. Good thing this signal's green, because I wouldn't have been stopping. Now I might want the large ejector on just so we don't stop. Just to build the vacuum back up. G'day, mate. Nice coffee. Let's steam the bore bugger. Oop, wheel spin. Richie Rail says, I really hope TSW 5 is not what we get this summer. Who knows? Anybody's thoughts on that? Andy, I think Oakville could do with a spruce up like this has had. But it's not a bad route. You can do quite a lot with it on free roam. It's actually kind of fun on free roam. I should do that one day, actually. We'll do some free roam freight on Oakville. I've done quite a few with scenarios, but with scenarios you can't actually hit all of the line, but most of the yards and things, unusually, are accessible in free roam. It's like they knew free roam was coming when they made that one. Which I'm sure they didn't. What's my thoughts on killer whales orcas? Nothing. And New York Texas Railroad says the big summer announcement is toilets. Why doesn't the little cat go away? Oh, she has gone away now. Good. Hello, TC. How are you? C says people moan cash grab need to realise it's a business, and as a business it needs to make a decent turnover like every business does. Like Apple, for example, they bring out phones yearly. Yes, they do. So does the org that I buy my phones from. They bring them out yearly too. I don't buy it every year, but I do every 2 or 3 years I get the next one. C says in part 2, if it's yearly instead of moaning, if you want to see the game progress, get behind and support it instead of moaning and slating. Yeah, look, I tend to agree with that. They're doing it out of reality. Just about doing the right speed for this station. Just about. And we're blowing off again. Yay! If it halt, but we're not. Halting, that is. And we're going a bit too fast. Nicholas says, I'm happy with TSW, just buy what you require. That's it exactly. There's no impetus to buy every version. There's no impetus to buy every single DLC. Buy what you think's fun. Well, that's the whole point of life, isn't it? Having fun. Richie Rail says, I'll certainly have a look for one of those for you. Thank you. He says exactly that, Nicholas. Ryan King says, shovel? See it, say it. Yeah. I wonder if it would get a phone call if I was wandering around on trains with a shovel strapped to my backpack. Ooh, look. What the? And it's the new water too. Let's go have a look. It's the new really cool water. There's only one problem with the new really cool water. Actually, I'm not sure if they fixed this. Let's see if they did. They did fix it. Ooh. Excellent. At one point in photo mode, the water disappeared. Andy says, I made delivery on the BR193 and drove it on Oakville again. You do like Oakville, don't you, Andy? And thank you about the nice beard thing. This is the new beard. I'll let the barber have a go at it. Richie says, if we're asking random questions, what's the best piece of advice you'd give someone starting a train-related YouTube channel? The best piece of advice. Say what you feel and try and get your sound and video right. I know it's a video platform, but try and get your sound right before your video. Sound is important. I know my sound wasn't exactly optimum last week and the week before. That's why I've gone to some efforts to address that. I am using a different noise reduction technique this week. We might stop and have a wander down here, because I believe you can. Even though you're not meant to. As in, not meant to stop. Actually, let's just stop here, outside the platform. Back in a tick, fireman. There was a lamp. Of course, you realise the only reason that lamp's there is so that you find this. Because you can come out here. It'd be really cool if there were people sitting here having picnics and things. That would be nice. I'm going to have little boats down there. The sea here must get quite evil to build walls like that around a marina. Hey, speaking of people having picnics, look. A couple of people having coffee. Don't leave your phone out. Someone will take it. I think he's a bit uncomfortable. She's asking the tough questions. Like, why are your fingernails pink? Ooh, business people. They're looking very serious, aren't they? Scary. Not sure how far you can actually go around here, but let's have a look. Oh, that appears to be it. So you can't walk out into the main street. I think you can go around the side there where that excavator is. This is one thing I'd like to see more of in TSW, because the whole point of TSW was to be able to walk around and experience the world. So being able to walk around and do stuff out here would be cool. Not quite sure why there's an excavator out here, but there is. It's a sad boat. Ah, they're doing work. That's why there's an excavator out here. You can look at the beach. No, I don't want to give it up. I just want to delay the railway. Because, you know. Ooh, cyclone birds. That's worth a screenshot. Why not? Raise. And a bit of... Let's do some fiddling. I know I shouldn't really do this when I'm streaming. Bit lower brightness. Bit of vignette. There we go. There's a shot. Alright, let's get back to the train. No, not out there. Heck, let's do it the easy way. Not that one, that one. And we'll just sit here and wait for them to move. Actually, let's go on the platform with the people. You have to watch it. It is a bloody long train. I wonder why it was slowing down. We're going up this big hill. That would be why. Oh, we can close this now too. Get rid of that noise. Back on with the questions. Where did we get to? Yes, it is a difficult niche, and there's a lot of people in it. So growth is slow. But just be you. Stream what you want to stream. Have fun doing it. Because you're not having fun, it shows. And if you do put up a channel, Richie Rail, or if you have, let me know. Give you a sub. Hello, Red Arrow. Ryan says, if CN had electric trains, you'd need to electrify all of Canada. I think they've got electricity in Canada, Ryan, just saying. Lexic Dark, referring to the worker earlier, says he has the 1,000-yard stare. Don't mess with those ones. Yes. There's something in their heads that isn't very nice, usually, with that kind of look. Ryan Kings brings many cats. Alex misses Nico, so he's doing this. And yes, could be Nico Chan, could be Nico San, you never know. Nico might be the boss. Straight off the reg, back onto the brakes, as you do. Andy says, interesting, Flying Scotsman wheels can be coloured, but not Jubilee 8Fs or 4Fs. Yeah, it just depends on the train. There's a long story about why you can colour Flying Scotsman wheels. And it involves being able to make a German train. In the beta phase, myself and a couple of others tried to make a German steam train, and we were upset that we couldn't have red wheels. And then we got our wish. So we were both very happy, Just rolling along, getting ready to go upgrade again. Blow out the moisture you've accumulated going downhill. Not that you ever really do, because you never actually completely close the regulator on a steam engine, even if you're going downhill. And keep it just cracked open. Lexic Dark says, carry your own shovel like it's your wizard's staff. You put a little skull on top. That'll do it. Little gold skull. C says, sorry if that was a rant about TSW, but it annoys me some people moaning. Just support them. No, it's fine, mate. Say what you think. It's all good. And I don't really care if people think the other too, but just, you know, they're welcome to say it. Andy wants a day out with Thomas. That requires licensing from, I think, Mattel, currently. Andy would like me to try Farming Simulator. It's not quite the right kind of game for this channel. I've run bus and truck simulators on this channel, but not very often, but I do it. That was after I polled the audience to see if they'd leave if I did. And the general consensus was, as long as you don't do it too often, we're fine. I did see in one of the streamer advanced notice things where you can apply for keys that there's a new tram game coming. And I popped a video up on a new Japanese one the other day. It's pretty early in its life. And its earliness does show a little bit, but it's already fun. And that's the Tram Simulator Hakadati. Richie Rail says, this route is looking good now. Some other routes need this love. Yeah, I think that would be a good thing to do, is to just refresh and revamp some of the older routes. Nicholas says it's a nice town. That was Watch It, I assume. That's where we were when you popped that up. Andy asks, which train developer do you like more, Rivet or Just Trains? I don't really like or dislike either of them, to be honest. There are some things that I would like Rivet to do better. Just Trains are very early in their life, and they're very, very eager to learn. And they change things and they adapt quite regularly. Rivet tend to find a way that works and stay with it. Which of course is, you know, it's commercially more viable to do it that way. But it means their trains are stuck in the past a little bit sometimes. And the community does see it. Things like the 150. The fact that you can't couple a 150 to a pacer, for example, you should be able to. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to, but you can't. And it's probably a 10-minute fix. Granted, the 10-minute fix would come with a couple of days of testing, of course. Which is probably why they don't do it, but I'd love to see them do it. This is another station we're going to stop briefly at. I'll actually go into the station this time, though. Because there's something I want to know, which I keep forgetting to try, and we're here, so I'm going to try it. C just had a short notification for me from the day in the office. Yeah, that was yesterday on the Garrett. I can't put up videos of when we're actually driving. We're not allowed to. But they put up with me doing the occasional short. And we're going to do that thing that train drivers hate now. Stopping on points. Here's a question for you. Let's see who knows. Why do steam drivers open their cylinder cocks and put the locomotive into mid-gear? Oh, I didn't shut your door. Lucky you didn't fall out. When they stop. So these are demonstration signals, but what I'm curious with... No, it doesn't look like you can activate them. I was kind of hoping you could change them, because that would be fun. Ooh, no, it's the point lever. But I want to change the signals, but you can't. Oh well. Beware of trains, they say. You know, that needs one of these, doesn't it? Oh, that wasn't very good. We need to... Now, I can't actually do what I want to do. That's okay. Let's do it this way. There we go. Now we'll do that. Right. Back where we were. Ryan King says, I watched a real-life travel vlog of a trip on the Indian Pacific across Australia. That's a long trip. It's like 4,500 kilometres. Over quite a few days. I'd be interested in doing the GAN at some point, the train that goes up to Northern Territory. I'd want to do it as a gold class passenger, which is about $5,500. That's a cool trip. Richie Rail says, I have indeed set up a channel. I only started it this week. You finally bit the bullet. Well done, you. Let me see. Oops. Don't know. Let me see what I can do here. It is called Richie Rail. There we go. I found it. You should set a channel URL when you can. There you go. There's Richie's channel. There you go. I think I'm subscriber number 6. Thumbnails look good. Back on the brakes for the downhill gradient. It's getting a bit later in the day, obviously. C says I only posted a few shots and the videos in here. I simply couldn't be asked to keep it up, so I gave up. It is a lot to do, but, you know, I play the games anyway, so I just record them and put the videos up. And I do the shorts because it's fun. It's actually kind of funny. I was sitting on the bench out of the loco yesterday at Lakeside with the driver. And he's going, I don't understand these people who put up short videos. And he was watching a couple of girls from probably another country who were going through the motions of doing some videos. And I just opened up my shorts and handed it to him and went, there you go. You can watch mine. Andy wants to put layers on the steam engine smoke box doors and give them a face. Do you know, I'd suggest to you that that's exactly why you can't. I would suggest. Yeah, give Richie Rail a sub if you haven't, because even if you turn off notifications. But it's hard to get going. And if he picks up a few people, going a little bit quick again, we're doing 28. If he picks up a few people, it will help the algorithm notice him. I'll go back later and I'll have a look at your videos as well. So I've kept you open in another tab. So we'll get your watch hours up. You should consider shorts because shorts get subscribers much quicker than long form videos do. Is that signal green? Oops, it's a yellow one. It's okay. It's alright. I panicked for a moment there thinking, wow. But it's okay. I couldn't tell with the sunlight in the angle it's on whether that was yellow or a red arm on the signal. Nicholas says DB version of Scotsman sounds interesting. It's so close to another German locomotive. They're just so unbelievably similar. Slowing down for the 10 coming up. Andy says, which multiple unit do you like, the Pacer or the Class 101? I like them both, actually, for different reasons. I've played the 101 more, but that's because it's been out for ages. Nicholas also says he plays Tramps in Vienna. So do I. It's a good game. See you, Nicholas. Hopefully you're still here when I said that. Richie, for recording I use OBS, and I use the proper OBS, not that Streamlabs piece of shit. And I use Caden Live. I shall put links to those in the chat. I also support OBS. And for editing, I do it all with this one, which is a really strong editor. It's also open source and free. Don't pay anyone for it, but feel free to donate if you want to support the project. It's a very good editor. It is as powerful as any of the commercial editors. It can be a little bit of a learning curve, but there's tons and tons of tutorial videos. Look for a guy, Epos Fox, EPOSVOX. He's very good at explaining OBS and to some extent Caden as well. Richie asks, we've said that, editing. Watchford used to be a small railway museum trust. Oh, that's interesting. Andy asks, what are your thoughts on the National Railway Museum? I like museums. You notice I'm even behaving myself with my speed coming through this station? Isn't that amazing? Welcome to Blue Anchor. Ooh, ubiquitous mobile homes by the sea. I assume with the sea wall and all the rocks and stuff that this place must get smashed in storms. If you're recording on PS5, Richie Rail, make sure you say that because console players like to see what the consoles look like. I know, I keep doing it, but I like what I'm seeing. Not my fault. There, I think. Oops. It's just nice. Yeah, C's advice, Richie, is good. Be consistent. Find a little raft of topics that you cover. It doesn't have to be one. A lot of the YouTube advice people tell you to only cover one, but I think that's not right because my channel does okay and I cover quite a few. But be consistent in what you do and what you cover. C says, shorts are the way to go for views and subs. People watch shorts more than videos, in my opinion. Yeah, they definitely do. Other things to bear in mind, a short longer than 15 seconds probably isn't worth it. Because unless it's really interesting, people tend to just go scroll, scroll, scroll. So get what you need in 15 seconds or you're probably not going to get the whole thing watched. For long form videos, I find for my tutorials, people drop off at about the 8 to 9 minute mark. And for my longer stuff, there are people who watch it right through. About 20% of the viewers watch it end to end, but the rest of them watch parts. So it can be helpful to put chapters in. I'm a bit lazy about doing that. I probably should do it, because who knows how they're actually finding the bit they want to watch, but they watch bits in the middle, which is weird. more power. Ryan says $5,000 AUD. That is correct. So it's about $3,000 in your money. And he's looked at the cross-Canada train excursions, and it's several thousand per person. Definitely a pricey vacation. It's probably not that bad when you consider that you get fed and you get bed and shower for that money. And there's entertainment on the GAN as well. Each night you actually come off the train and there's fire pits and barbecue food, and they do a little show and all sorts of stuff, so it's kind of cool. Dave Randall says, know what it's like just starting as well. It is difficult to get going, so be patient. Be really patient. I mean, these days on my streams, I tend to get 20 to 30 people watching. On a release stream, I might get up to 80 sometimes. But when you first start out, oops, naughty. When you first start out, you'll struggle to get one person watching. I'm only doing 11 now. It's okay. In fact, let's to do this and get the vacuum built back up quickly. We're going to stop. Yeah, you keep shoveling. That's the right time to do it while we're slowing down. Smart. C says he gave up because he didn't know what to post and don't have a PC to do editing correctly anyway. Not bothered about my channel. I use it to watch people. That's fair enough. You should do it. You do it. It's fun. If it's not fun, don't do it. Richie says he records through his PS5. Doesn't have a PC at the minute, but certainly check out the editors and recording software. If you wanted to capture from your console, you'll also need something like a capture device. I would suggest don't bother going for a dedicated capture card. Oops. Where's the road? There's the road. Yeah, honk. Good on you. Another long bloody train. Yeah, the capture card I use with the Xbox, this might make a little noise, my apologies, it's an Elgato thing. I think it's the HD 60 Plus, which lets me play on a monitor of a greater resolution of what I'm capturing. Can't quite speed up yet. I'm already being naughty. Going 6 miles an hour. Richie says I need to upgrade my mic. And you've packed away your snowball and you can't find it again over your camera, I assume. I use a Rode, which is R0DE USB NT Mini. It's not the greatest microphone on the planet, but it's okay. It does have some noise reduction by itself, which is useful. It's also affordable, which is useful. Time to speed up. C says, I watch it all from start to finish. Thank you very much, C. It's awesome of you. And C says, I'm no pro at YouTube, but I think my advice has been decent. Just keep going. It's going to be difficult to start. When you get there, keep positive. That is very true. It takes a dishearteningly long time to get your watch hours and subs up. It really does. So just plug away. Keep it fun. Dave said, I was happy. My Benina line video has 125 views and 4 likes. Much better than my normal. That's good. I think that's because there was a lack of people covering. Going a bit fast again because I'm reading chats. It's your fault. Not really. I think not so many people covered Benina. So having some content out there for Benina meant that the people who were looking for it found you, which is a good thing. Red Arrow says YouTube is hard, but don't give up. Absolutely. Isle of Wight Transport. It's David. Hello. Isle of Wight. Now, there's something I hadn't considered for my trip, but, you know... I should probably at least think about that. It starts slowing down for Minehead. It looks remarkably red, doesn't it? Do I have a phone to call the signal in this one? I don't. It's only in Scotsman. I think we're expected to go up to that signal and stop by the looks of it. So we'll do that. C says, it's Richie, take tips from Paul and other YouTubers, put out your own spin, absolutely. Put your own stamp on how you do things, give your videos a watch later and like them, got to start somewhere. Yeah, definitely put your own spin on it. Adopt whatever style makes you happy. An ability to talk about nothing for hours is helpful. I vaguely remember my teachers telling me that I shouldn't talk so much. But, you know, doing this, it's useful. We should go for a walk to the beach, shouldn't we, when we get up to Minehead? Before we close doors and lose control of the scenario? You have to get remarkably close to that signal. Wait for a moment. I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do that. Got 21 likes on this one, did I? That's cool. I can't actually see that. Isn't that funny? I have had up to, I think I'm on 22 at the moment. but I have had up to, I think, 34 at this one at one point, which is surprising given it's... I'm not going to move yet, though. Taking the brakes off, but I'm not moving. There we go. Was waiting for the crossing gates, I think, with the flashing white light. We often call that in our railway blinky bill. No really apparent reason, we just do. TC says, first vid of yours I found was the PZB tutorial on the... Hope it was useful for you. PZB is simple. Acknowledge signals, poles, bushes, peoples, fences, trains. Acknowledge everything, it just works. It's fun once you start to learn it, though. I'm not going to pretend to be a PZB expert, but I get it right enough. This is where the people in those cars go. That's a bloody long train. Was I supposed to uncouple the train back there? Maybe? Surely not. Surely not. You wouldn't leave it out there. Uncouple vehicles, couple to formation 2 vehicles. You know what? I'm taking it into the platform, and I'm going to uncouple it in there. I think maybe that's not what I was meant to do, but that's what I'm going to do. We're good to come into the platform anyway. Oh, I think we were meant to leave it out there, you know, because look, we're not going into the platform. Uh-oh. I think I did the wrong thing. That's okay. This I like over here. Just got a 4F sitting in front of some DMU and some coaches. Are they hooked up? Because you can put coaches on DMUs. Could hook these up. Because you could drop that down to be the hook coupler, and then you could hook them up and tow the coaches with the DMU. You can do all sorts of silly things like that in free roam. You know, I definitely did the wrong thing, because look where we're going. Oh well. The guy who programmed this now is going, "Ah!" Sorry, Liam. But that's okay, because we're going to go for a walk down to the beach. We haven't done the right thing, so that's fine. Alright, see you later, mate. You can look after the mess I made and just fix it yourself. I'm just going to run away. Run away! Because we're going to the beach. That way? Or over there? Over there. Good. I think he meant to cross there, but anyway. This looks like The Simpsons. Is there an invisible wall, or can you just walk into the water? That's what I want to know. Excellent. You can just walk into the water. Now, did this get... see, the water disappears here in photo mode, because that'd be a cool photo. That's okay. Now we've got more cyclone birds. We should probably try a another service, I think. Main menu. Try not to mess this one up. To the train. Somebody asked for a 47 before, so I think we should do a 47. I think it was C asked for the 47. There it is. 47 green. Do something... Oh, we did a 47. Oh well, we'll do another one of these, and this time we will do it in June so that it's daylight. Master key, I assume we're a right platform. We are. Oh, we're festive again. Whoops. Which means, before I do anything else in here, we're going to go fix the brakes in the steam engine. I'd like to see more things you can visit in-game, like signal boxes. I'd love a signaller mode where you can take over from the dispatcher and run the railway yourself. How cool would that be? That should be all good now. Actually, this one will work because this one's Scotsman. No, it's not Scotsman. Sorry. I saw the speedo and went, oh. But no. Here's a lamp. We should steal the lamp. Can't just leave lamps lying around like that. People put them on eBay. Okay. There is a climb up spot. It's got to be in the right spot. There we go. Got to put your cursor on the steps. Yay, consistency. Thank you. Wait until 2015. Well, that's almost now. Hello, NJTE. How are you? Sorry, I didn't see your chat until just now. How's the updated WSR? It's very good. Off we go. Not well, though. It's not working very well. Ah, the brakes are still coming off. Take your time then. It's alright. We've got all the time in the world. Not a problem. They're almost off now. This is the gauge I'm looking at and waiting for the vacuum to come up to 21. Let's try that again. What does LZB give you paid in JTE? It drives the train for you. The only time it's difficult is when it's coming out of LZB. And then it can be a complete pain in the rectum. Let me get that for you. Of course, we're going to be on the brakes the whole trip with this thing too. Nah, no leaving space. Let them worry about it. Lexic Dark says, the question about the end of the scenarios, what about the passengers? Well, looking at the instructions, what I should have done is uncoupled from that train, and probably one of the diesels would have gone and got it and pulled it in. It does seem a fairly strange thing to do, but, you know, it's a heritage railway. They do strange things. We do strange things all the time. Your missus loves my accent. Well, there you go, Richie Rowe. Someone likes me. I am very well, thank you, NJT. No quiz this week, but I don't know if you noticed, but the quizzes have come back in a new form. And C does like a 47. We're getting a nice sunset run this time. Well, we would if the camera didn't keep putting me in a tree. Actually, does this thing have steering wheels? Steering wheels are a pony truck, if you're wondering. I'm not sure these ones do. It does have the tender, which would help hold it around. No, it doesn't have rear ponies. So it probably doesn't like going backwards very much. Left the brakes on perhaps a little long then. That'll let us do this. And straight on the brakes. Just for personal amusement. Makes a change to running a 66C, that's for sure. The 66 has become a little tad overused, I think. We need something new. We there yet? C says he's bored of the 66. I like it, but it's got more reused, and well, I won't continue with that. It is reused rather a lot. The dovetail ones have had some changes, but the rivet version hasn't really. They made some changes for RHTT, and they broke a couple of things, and every time they reuse it, they still have their broken things. So hopefully, one day, oop, naughty again. It's because my rail driver keeps taking the brakes off. Got a 10 coming up, so I'll leave the brakes on for that. We will have a signal against us at some point, because the yellow arm here is letting us know that. Nah. You're very low resolution as well, aren't you? Super low resolution sheepy. Oh, there's the train. Already where it was. Richie Rail says TSW is screaming for a 68. Could be. Oh, there's solar panels. I was wondering what they were. Alright, that makes sense. I didn't know Skyhook had a teaser out. Let me have a look. What if they popped out? I can see lots of stuff about lawn mowing simulator. Farmer's life with a pig. Maybe I'm not looking in the right place. There's no announcements as far as I know. I don't even know if they've admitted it's the Goblin line yet. But clearly everybody thinks it is. But there is the big thing next week. We have a top left green, which means we're going into the platform. Let me just find a link to the Train Sim World announcement thing next week. There it is. So next week there's going to be a big announcement, maybe. Cruising on in, behaving myself properly for a change. It's on Joe's page. Ah. As in British Ace, you mean? Or do you mean Timetable Joe? An aggregate wagon. Cool. I'm in the uncomfortable position that I know things are around, but I'm not sure what's been publicly announced. Oops, I should have stopped. We shall do that. I think we need something with a Gronk next. Just seems to be the right thing to do. Let me just check on something. I think they've announced it. They have. They have announced the Festival of Rail. Okay, let's go find ourselves a Gronk service. C says it'd be cool if we get a new freight train. Class 09 green. We'll do the long one then. Coming up in the Festival of Rail stuff is Joe and I have done a collaboration. Ooh, we've even got a little radio. Wow. So where are we? We're in the shed, clearly. We're at Bishop's Lydiard. Just trying to place where we are in essentially everything else. Oh, okay. We're over there. Which is where we came into before, more or less. All right, then. Let's get on with it. Sounds like the engine's running, actually. Maybe it's not. Probably want to go to reverse, actually, rather than forwards. And we're struggling to move. Oh, our handbrake's on. Look at that. We're still struggling to move. Why? Why are my gauges over there? We're not making any amps at all. Sounds like it's running. But it's not revving up, is it? So maybe it's actually not running. Maybe I have to cold start it. Sounds that way. That's a service with a cold start. That's kind of cool. Now let's see if we make amps. There we go. It was actually off. How about that? I just saw your comment, Dave. Be aware you need to cold start it. I like that. I do like that. I wonder how many forum posts I'll get. Oh, the O9 doesn't work. Because it sounds like there's a diesel running when you're sitting in it, but of course it's the one behind you. Assume that next one's set right. Yeah, apparently. Got to set your points as well. Game's a bit low, is it? How's that? I'll push the game sound up a little bit. How's that? Oh, I went too far. We're going to start this again. We're going to start it again. Paying attention to sound. Okay. Yeah. My fireman's had a sex change. This time I'll do what I'm supposed to do. The Gronk is fun, Golden Ticket. I really feel... Oh, of course the brakes are still on. That one's on. Got to stop up here in a moment anyway and go and do this set of points. At least with mostly UK and a smattering of Australian people in the stream, I can say points. Oops. Why wouldn't a straight air brake have an emergency position? I'll accept that it does. Right. That's better. My gauge is back too. My gauges, damn it. Thanks, C. Golden Ticket just found out that Class 66 couples to a steam train. There you go. Couple to 6 vehicles. Now I'm betting... Let's go have a look at our signals. Cool. For a start, we're going to have to fix this. Because I assume we have to go this way. So we don't have a signal to come out at this point in time. So we'll go up to the signal, and then we shall ask nicely. No, no. You didn't see that I changed the reverser, did you? Silly train. I assume it wants me to go this way anyway. Oh, maybe it does. No, maybe it doesn't want me to go that way. Yes, it does want me to go that way. We have another set of points that we'll have to change, but let's just go up to the signal. I'd rather be driving from that side because the signals are all set up for that side. Let's do it the easy way. We'll drive from outside. That signal should come off now. I would hope. Actually, might not need it, because that signal might be governing going onto the main line. But we shall go back into our little locomotive, and we shall ask the signaller just in case, because I don't want to spad. There you go, it's off now. Just because I told him I was there. Him, her, it, other. The red mark sometimes is there when it shouldn't be. So it's there now and I have no brakes on. So this looks like one of the trains it doesn't work properly with. I did see an announcement that you can turn it off, but I can't actually find the config switch that does it. So clearly I'm rolling, so I don't have any brakes on. Come on. Clonk. Manual coupling, there we go. And we only want 2 of them. Are there 2 of them? Looks us look like there's only 2. Okay. Too much. Wheel slip. I could be in the wrong kind of brakes too, because this thing has air brakes and vacuum brakes, I think. Where's the switch? There's a switch somewhere. What have we got going though? We've got... Oh, the train pipe's still pumping up. That'd be right. Let's put the throttle off then. While we wait for the train pipe to finish pumping. That's why we can't go anywhere. C says red box is a bug. We've all come fond of bugs. I can believe them to a celebrity. Get me out of here. It's... Because it's new, I think it's... It does have some issues sometimes. There's a few locos that it doesn't work with. This would appear to be one of them. There we go. Golden ticket says it's glitched on the ice 401, but I know how to take it off on the ice. Bring the throttle all the way off and put the brakes on, then take the brakes off, and the marker usually leaves. Fair enough. That's not 2. It did say 2, didn't it? Oh no, a couple of formations, 6 vehicles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, siding 2. Okay. That's fine then. Probably should have asked the signaller to go out too, but we weren't behind that signal, but part of the train is. But we seem to be getting away with it. I probably should have gone back, stopped there and changed that switch, shouldn't I? I am only using the air brake on the locomotive. Which this train probably is slightly heavy for that technique, but it's clearly working. See you later, Richie Rail. Hope you sleep well. Whoops, should have stopped too. And that'll be just off a signal. I think we're lucky there. Couple to 6 vehicles, but I think we are going to have to... Let's just have a look at the map. So we're going down to those ones down there. And we're going all the way up there. So yes, we have to go and change those points. Normally your shunter or guard would do this for you. But due to a lack of budget, the driver has to get out and do this for themselves. You going to change by yourself? No, you're not. Is this next one set properly? I think it's an automatic one, and yes it is. Alright, we're not walking all the way back there. See, there's the stop signal that I didn't want to run through before. More power. Alright, let's contact the signaller now. No, we're too far away, are we? Well, maybe it's come off. We don't need to. No, I don't think it has. Oops, it has not. Now, does that only govern going into that siding, or does it govern going there? I would think it governs go there, so let's try. No, still not. I have set the path correctly, haven't I? Yeah, it appears like it. See, I'm kind of expecting that to come off. We haven't got a signal up there either. Oh, I meant to uncouple. I thought it said couple 2. Have I messed up the map badly enough. No, it's still between the signals, so we'll probably be right there. But I think I might just pull it back. Back to where it's meant to be. Even though it would probably fit. Just take it back up to the stop board. Just to make sure we fit. Yeah, stop it there. It's funny how the independent brake works better than the air brake does. I didn't read the instructions. Naughty. So I have to ask permission to go through the head shunt. Actually, it doesn't see that stop board as a signal, does it? But we're going to stop here. We're going to do what you're supposed to do, even if it doesn't make you do it. What's up, train? Oh, you are going to move. Good. What are we doing after this? That's it. So we're pulling a train out, putting it in the head shunt, blocking ourselves in. That's it. I would have thought that we'd want to push it down onto the other train. Okay then. That's it for the service, huh? Stop sliding, you. Your brakes are on. Stop it. Wait a moment. Thank you, C in Nimatra. The pointing out is appreciated. Oh, let's do one more thing before we call it quits for today. Then I have to go to my mum's, sadly, and do some stuff. I think, why don't we do something from the old timetable? What haven't we done for ages? Class 20. I think a class 20. Bishop's Legitimate Minehead, that's too long. We need something short. Is there anything short, or are they all long? Oh, there's one. He'll do. And let's make it March and foggy. And about this much fog. Can't set the fog now. Do it this way. This much fog. Okay, let's go. March wasn't a good idea. Let's do it anyway. Where is our locomotive? It's not at this end. Alright, now we're at the right end. Yeah, I think we're going to come out and do this later in the year. Let's just do it again. Because, you know, it's dark. Golden Ticket prefers shunting. Doesn't play timetable or scenarios. Well, you can do that with free roam now. You can shunt to your heart's content. Choose a route. West Somerset. Timetable. Gala. Class 20. Let's pick the same one. And custom weather. Let's go for June. Slightly foggy. So let's come back. Let's do April. See what April's like. Hopefully April will be just slightly at the end of daylight. Maybe. There we go. That's what we want. That's what we want indeed. Window open. Master key. I haven't driven the 20 for a while. Marker lights. Reverse, engine only, forward, reverse off, forward. That's all we want. It's backwards on the rail driver. It's interesting. Indy brake off, main brake off. We should be able to move. If the brakes are finished pumping up, are they? They look like it. Yeah, it looks okay. I'm not making any power though. I did put that in forward, didn't I? I did. Master keys on. I don't think those lights are actually on, they're just glowing. Oh, do I have to tell it I changed desks or something like that? That's only for AWS. Surely it knows I'm on this disc. It put me on this one. You're off. You're off. Why are you in that? I released it with the rail driver handle, but it didn't believe me. Okay, now we're good. Golden Ticket says the other day was shunting for 5 hours for a 30-minute video. Very tedious, but also fun. Can be interesting. Green on the signal for departure. I always like this one because it sounds like a tractor. It sounds more like a tractor than a chopper, see, but yeah, I know. Well, smashing our faces into the signals. Are we supposed to go the other way, perhaps? Oh no, it's this way. We have a red signal, though. Does it have a handset? Or do I have to use tab? No phone. Use tab. Check switches. Okay. But we're meant to go this way, aren't we? So there's a switch wrong all the way down the other end, and so it's not going to let us do it. Right. Uh-huh. Ah. At least that means we can do this. I think the sound of screaming wheel slip overtook the sound of the nice engine on this thing. Yes. Get to the chopper. What's my least favourite route in Train Sim World? That's actually a fairly easy question to answer, to be honest with you. It's the one with the dinosaurs. You probably want me to look it up and tell you what it actually is, don't you? It's the clay mining one. Let me have a quick look. It is, if I can find it. God, there's too many routes. I can hear I'm stopping in the background there too. Oh no, I'm not. Doing alright. What's its name? It's an American one. Skyhook did it. It's the stupid one where you take a really slow train down to a clay mine and a really slow train back. Don't see it in the list anymore. Did I not sell it anymore, maybe? Oh, there it is. Cane Creek. That's the one. That's the one I like the least. Thank you, Benjamin's Brain in the Jar and Dave Randall. And Michael Newbury as well. You know, I think we need to try some muck again, don't we? Let's just stop. Purely because we need to do this again. We're not going to see it this time because the sun's gone away, hasn't it? Yeah, you can only see it when the sun's in the right angle. That's annoying. Oh well. That's fine, as they say. I wanted some more smoke. It is a monumentally boring route, see? The only cool thing about it is the dinosaurs. They are at least a little bit of fun. After Cane Creek came out, I put 2 Gronks on it one day back to back and drove them up the hill at their full speed of 21 miles an hour, which is as fast as they'll go without the alarm sounding, just to find out how long it would take to see if it was more boring than driving the actual train. And I discovered it was more interesting because you had to balance the Gronk so it didn't go ee at you because you're going too fast. So it was a more interesting drive. It wasn't just like the smash it in notch 8 and off you go. Golden Ticket doesn't like the freight in Train Sim World. Finds the sound quality not there and the gameplay is boring. Wants to worry about engines heating up and diesel. Also like to worry about coupler damage if I have those, and I'd be happy in play. Sounds like you want to play Run 8. And I'm being about as naughty as you can get. See, you're having a daughter in 15 to 16 weeks. That's impressive. Congratulations. You're in for some sleepless nights, my friend. Golden Ticket wants to be able to refill my train when it's running low on diesel. Great Western Express lets you do this in one of the scenarios. I thought it was awesome, but never seen it again. One of the Caltrain ones lets you do it. And I think on a couple of the Spirit of Stream ones, they're, you have to fill up your tender. Arthur Podhorski asks, and hello to you, you get one of these. Have I heard of JR East Train Simulator? Yes, I have. I have tried it. It's actually their training simulator for how they train drivers, or a dumbed down version of it anyway. So you need to keep pace with the video. It can get a little bit glitchy if you're not going at the speed that it wants you to go. But apart from that, they play pretty well. And they're fun. I like Japanese trains. Visited quite a few of them when I went to Tokyo. We didn't ride every line, but we rode a lot of them. I think the only thing for me about the JR East train sim is it's probably a little expensive for what you get. And they never, ever, ever put it on sale. So the game itself, I think from memory Australian dollars, it's nearly $70. And each of the DLC ranges between 65 and 80. Granted, they're probably a very niche play, so they probably have to price it that way so they can afford to make it, but it is a little high. Golden Ticket says Run 8 is amazing. You've seen a lot of gameplay. And the best, but of course, paralysis not able to. Strictly stick to PS5. Well, that makes life difficult. Run 8 is good. Its graphics are terrible. It's worse than Train Simulator, the graphics. It's like graphics from 20 years ago. Well, not quite. Probably graphics from 15 years ago. I'll be fair. But it is an excellent game. If you really want to learn how to run trains, Run 8 is the way to go. Because you need to understand train handling or you're stuffed in Run 8. So I do quite enjoy playing it. I don't play it that much anymore, actually. I mean, to me, visuals and sound is important. Run 8's kind of there on sound, but not on the visuals. Let's just cheat, use the loco brake a little bit to keep our speed down. C says, thank you. What sleep? I hardly sleep anyway. Yeah, that's true. I hope it all goes well. And you welcome your little daughter into the world. Ooh, there's one of those horrible stopboards up there. It's interesting the loco brake on this train works better than the actual train brake. Have I done a video on JR East? I'm not sure if I have. I've done videos with JR East trains, but I'm not sure I've ever done anyone with the JR East train simulator. Jeez, you gotta get close to this board, don't you? There we go. We're there. Stop at the North Alford Spur. So which way are we going? Gonna go that way. Okay. And that one's set. We're going up there. Okay. Good to see some smoke back. Can't keep the smoke on, unfortunately. Golden Ticket asks, how long was your Tokyo trip and what was your favourite thing to do? Oh, we tried all sorts of food. My favourite food is, of course, railway station ramen. Because, you know, you have to. Ramen there's a touch beyond 2-minute noodles, so it's good stuff. And the trip was really good. We enjoyed ourselves a lot. We visited, rode many trains. We went on a pirate ship, cable car, went to an active volcano, went to Mount Fuji, into the Tokyo Train Museum. Actually, it's not the Tokyo Train Museum, it's a different one. It's north of Tokyo in Saitama in the town of Omiya. But it's a little bit like NRM. It's a big museum for pretty much everything, but Golden Ticket agrees the graphics are not great with Run 8, but the sound and accuracy and everything well is really good. Yeah, it is. It's top notch for the physical accuracy and controlling the trains and doing the train driver job. Given it's Run 8, I better say the train engineer's job, because it's, you know, it's US trains. They are engineers in US trains. I'm sure the IEEE would have something to say about that if it ever come to shove. You're not allowed to call yourself an engineer if you're not qualified and not a member of the IEEE. I don't think Americans care about that, though. Just interesting to see. I'm just going to have a look on Steam because I don't actually think I've got the JRE simulator currently. I did pick it up at one point and refund it after I did a video on it. Hey, you know how I say it's never on special? It's actually cheaper at the moment. The DLCs are $45.99 and the game's $45. Thinking required. This is monumentally exciting at 5 mile an hour, isn't it? Maybe I'll grab it. Because at that price it's not so bad. It's comparable with all the other games. Maybe I'll grab it and stream it. Dave Randall says a random fact: his dad named a racehorse Alfred after this area. That's cool. So I don't think I've ever streamed the JRE simulator, but I have done a video on it at one point. But the ones I've streamed, they're... actually, I'm not sure if I ever did publish the video on the JRE simulator. Might not have. I'll have to have a look at my channel and see. Might take a little while though, there's a fair bit there. So I won't look now. So it's interesting that, you know, Steam waited for the moment when I say it's never on sale to put it on sale. Life. Oh yeah, back to the Festival of Rail stuff. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I need to go find my thing. So, British Ace and myself did a split screen challenge, which you can see at 5 PM UTC on Thursday, 8th of February. And then straight after that, and they're actually designed to run one into the other. They both fit in a 2-hour thing. I talk about how real train experience influences how I act in the beta without revealing any beta things. And I hope that Alex has actually watched it to confirm I didn't say anything I shouldn't. I don't want to get in trouble. On Saturday, 10th of February, I'm back on again with what's called the Supportware Showcase, which is about train simulator routes where the what you pay for the route goes to support the actual railway that's modelled. So that should be quite good, and there's a bunch of other ones of us doing things as well during the festival. And then of course you've got the Dovetail Direct on Sunday at 7 PM UTC, which is about, I don't know, 6 AM for me, I guess. So I'll be around in the chat for that one. It's going to hurry this up a little bit, or it's going to be dark before we're done. Oh, Arthur, you've checked for JRE videos. That's cool. So have you got the game, Arthur? Well, oh, sorry, it's Arthur, isn't it? Sorry. I misread your name. My apologies. Nearly there. What time is it? 12 o'clock. Time for lunch. So this service will bring a close to today's stream. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Thanks for the lively chat. Oops, went past it, of course. Alright, let's stop in a rush. Well, that's all, folks. Stop at Norton. No, well, we're not finished yet. Okay. Now where are we going? We're going back where we came from. Oh, we're going into the other half of the Y. I'll set that just so we don't run through. Andy asks when my next stream of Train Sim World 4 will be. I probably won't compete with the Festival of Rail, so I'll probably do Railroader next week. there's a player that wants to multiplayer in Railroader. That's open to other people if they're interested as well. We'll set up a Discord voice channel or we can talk to each other. So if people are interested in that, let me know. Don't really have any thoughts on the Hamburg route, Andy. You can be a little bit more relaxed than that, Arta, with the thing. You just can't go really slow and you can't go really fast. You have to be in the vicinity of the speed that it wants you to run because it's playing a live real-time video while you drive. And if you're going too slowly, it has to repeat frames. And if you're going too fast, it has to skip frames, and both look funny. But given it's on special, I may just grab it and have a look. And maybe we'll stream it. I can do a video for sure, but it needs to be fun for me to stream it. Seven miles an hour. How terrible of me. Look, we're there. Chuck out all the anchors. Yeah, it's not bad to stop that train at 20 feet or 20 yards. I don't think that's very realistic, even from that speed. Anyway, I think that'll bring us to a close for today. So coming up on Thursday, 8th of Feb, which is English Thursday, 8th of Feb, it will be the 9th for Aussies. So 1700 UTC, British Ace and Train Simulator Driver, that'd be me, doing a split screen challenge. It was a lot of fun. It was actually quite hard to build the video, to be honest. It tested my video editing abilities a lot. And straight after that, I talk about how my real life, while we drive a train, naturally, talk about how my real life simulator experience, or just real life train experience influences how I test in the beta. And then I'm on again on the 11th of Feb, which is the 12th for the Aussies. No, that's not me, sorry. I'm on again on the 10th, which is the 11th for Aussies, with a supportware showcase. And then we've got Dovetail Direct coming up on the Sunday, which is the Monday for Aussies. All right, folks, have fun. Thank you very much for joining in. I hope you found it pleasurable. And if you've got any questions, you can chuck them in the comments or get onto my Discord. There's a link on the channel page. Always welcoming new people in there, and there's sections for asking whatever. All right, have fun, folks. Enjoy yourselves. Let me know if you'd like to take place in a Railroader multiplayer. We'll use my save, probably. Alrighty, see you later. Have fun. Bye. Gotta find the right button.